All right, welcome in everybody. My apologies for pushing stream start time back a little bit. I had something come up that I had to take care of, and I just really needed to make sure I ate something before we did this. But we're good to go now. I am fueled up and ready to go. Hey, Dimbones man, how's it going? Last time we were doing rather well for ourselves. We've defeated one opponent. We are down here on his throne city. We just capped it right at the end of last time, so good to go there. We are researching our big tier 5 mystic unit, getting that ready to go. I actually was going to look in here. Do I have anyone who needs to switch out a unit? Some people who could really use a little bit of healing. I don't have a good way to help that. Guess I get a little bit more if I'm not in enemy territory, so maybe we'll move over there. I don't think I need to worry too much about this getting retaken, so we'll start moving. We do have a support unit ready to... Or no, I guess you're a battle mage. A battle mage ready to go. So I think I will yoink somebody out of our groups to be able to fit him. And we need to anoint our people. There you go. Getting all celestial. 3 sass resistance and 3 spirit resistance. Stacking up quite high. Hey, Dorby Sands, how's it going? And Levant, good to see you. Nice to catch the stream again. Yeah, good to have you, man. We made a major milestone. We did it. It took a village, but we hit 6K subscribers sometime last night, which was super awesome. We had kind of stalled for a couple days. YouTube seems to always do that when I get close to a big mark. They must audit channels or something and wipe out some bots or something. I don't know. But either way, we managed to push past it, so I was super excited about that. We are absolutely blowing up my expectations this year. The channel anniversary is in November, and my goal for this year was before the coming November, we would be at 5K. And honestly, it didn't look like we were going to make it. And then House of Legacy happened, and just some relatively strong viewership during the summer happened, so I'm quite pleased. My mic is working tonight. Well, thank you for the double check there, Slice. Chat's working too. So, you know, double bonus there. I guess now that you just said that, let me move something so that I can see my... Yeah, it's confluence of problems that cause things like that, unfortunately. All right, who are you and what are you doing? You are an Oracle unit, and you would like to join our groups. Yes, you would. Who are you? You are also an Oracle. All right, I think we're not really having money problems. I think you're just going to go chill right here. This Oracle is going to join the group. And this Battle Mage is going to leave the group. And then we are going to summon in this one. All right, this is our highest tiered army, maybe not the best. What are you exactly? You're a mage, okay. Looking pretty blue there, Dabba-dee. Okay, so the lowest thing we are currently running with is the Sworn Guard, which is our polearm unit. I do like the utility of having the polearm, and these aren't like super weak or anything. Kind of want this unit to go get a little bit of XP. I think we might go try to take care of this area. See if we can't get a little level up action going on there. Yep. Produce an obelisk. Our mana is looking somewhat healthy, although we are chomping through it relatively quickly. This is Kailasa. Gonna go up to a tier 4. If I wait just a little bit, that'll be boosted. We could get a mint. You know what? Let's stay ahead of the money problems. Probably. Now let's get the mint. And ditto over here. Okay, you need lots of stuff. What did you... Oh, right, because he rushed my borders and plumped down right there. Okay. Arcane Institute for 1 turn. Yes, please. Out of curiosity, anybody been playing anything good this weekend? I've seen several Steam sales kind of poking my phone constantly and whatnot. I'm trying to brush up on a couple different things that are likely... I don't know if they're going to be streams or videos, but, you know, more to come, obviously. Okay, Mending Touch. Who am I looking at here? This is Kha Meh himself. Okay. Already have some healing. The still as stone might be a nice little pickup at this point. When we take damage, the enemy suffers 5 spirit. You know what? Warrior's Fervor being able to dispel negative effects is probably worth it. Just to make sure we have a cleanse on our hero. Okay. We withdrew to the void. We collected remains. We collected a captive. And continuing our vassalization of most of the map. Quite nice here. Okay, let's roll that turn. I'm still kind of floating on the glow of actually finishing off Wandering Sword. That was quite an undertaking that I grossly underestimated. But just like with Tale of a Mortal, I'm very happy to have finished it. I think it's I want to say I'm the 3rd person to do a full playthrough. Maybe the 4th. I didn't look too hard. But feels good, man. I wish we hadn't had the internet problems we had during a little bit of it, because I don't know, that just lowered the quality in my opinion somewhat, but I did everything in my power. It's been on relatively good behavior. Hopefully, maybe they've been able to find whatever the problem is. It's been ridiculous. Okay, we got that big angel. Okay, purging arrows, we're not using archers, that's garbage. Salvation, we could use it. A light spirit, it's a summonable spell. It's a summonable support unit. It does have condemn. You know what? I think we're just gonna grab the battle one. I don't foresee us using the light spirit particularly. All right, everyone here is going to head to the surface. And the very wounded people, like you, might need to just chill here. Yeah, this is allied. Well, no, I guess the surface is allied too, so yeah, we can do that. So we're gonna go try to take out purple next, is my plan. And these 3 armies will be enough for that. That northern army will keep us hopefully safe up there. Yeah, you. Okay, both of those are nice, easy fights. Exactly what a low-level hero needs. We'll go feed you. Don't we have another army somewhere? No, I guess not, because we only have 4 heroes. I was waiting forever and ever and ever to actually get that 4th hero. And actually, we're sitting on a lot of Imperium. Perhaps we should just unlock... Isn't there another hero? No, that's not in this UI. Yeah, increased hero cap is only 150. In 5 turns, we're gonna get one. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's just get a hero. We got everything we need to be able to make use of it. All right, we are looking for White One monkeys because they have all of our transformations. So these other people, not very interesting. I generally tend to find I don't like using these other racial troops because, again, they're just not going to have all your transformations. Like, we're so much more powerful than these generics. A fortifying governor and a defender. That would be fine. A specialist and a conqueror. A scholar. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good scholar town. I think we'll take this one. Yeah, you're in. And you know what? Here's a couple random troops for you. And let's queue up an Oracle and a Paladin and an Avenger. And that'll be your group. And it looks like we have a building here. Maybe it's... Nope, I was going to say time for charity, but instead let's build a mint. Priorities, am I right? Okay, finish the apex of the Wizard Tower. Mount to the Oath, we did that. Arcane Institute. Okay, immediately go to the Academy. Our research is bumping. I'm liking that. We're ready to integrate another spot. Do we have anything that needs boosting? Build 3 quarries. We could sure use a quarry. Yeah, let's do it. Ilasa can grab another one. Same question. Do you have anything that needs boosting? That's going to be pop. We'll probably be building that next. You need another research post. We may not be able to get another research post. I don't think there's anything within grabbing distance. All right. In that case, we'll take a mine. Give us money and give us the mana on that. Okay, this is Govi the Helper, leveled up again. Govi is the Ritualist. We probably should grab one or the other of these just to have the ability. So, Hostile Wild Growth. Create sharp fauna in a 1-hex. Enemy units in the area have 15 physical damage and they might bleed. Or Protective. Create Obscuring fauna in a 1-hex. Create Mist. Enter defensive mode after use. I mean, that would be okay. 3 Living Vines. Units gain Grace. We already kind of do Grace stuff. Maybe we should go with the offensive one. And we'll go with, like, the chance for Vines to be summoned. We'll have this be kind of like a debuff ability. Let's try that. I haven't done much with these reworked classes, so kind of exploring them and feeling them out. Okay, we are definitely going to start summoning an Asta. Returns on that. Okay, those two are still fighting. Not surprised. And roll the turn. You guys are freaking me out because it's so quiet in here after all of our talk of things being broken. All right, auto combat. No, just a scout. Now, we did kill one group from this one, and I have a sneaky suspicion, I don't know this for sure, these are chosen destroyers, and I bet you the AI doesn't know how to play them. And even if they do, they haven't done well, because as chosen destroyers, you need to be raising cities, and it doesn't look like he's raised a lot of cities, so he's like a 1-city wonder here. Meanwhile, we're bumping at 4, plus our, like, vassal army. So I have a sneaky suspicion we are infinitely ahead of him. All right, now here... That is not my army. You. I want to drop the Vow Keeper. And I want to add the Oracle. Okay, and then keep chugging forward. No, I would not like to attack his thing. All right, you can move up there. You have support? Yes, you do. And you are still healing, but you'll be fine by the time we get to the out of the territory. Go ahead. All right, you... I think we're just gonna send you home, essentially. We'll head over here. There's a chance that this sees action. This will be the last guy we take out, hopefully. And he is, of the AIs, doing the best. So, saving the best for last, I suppose. Alright, you can heal up a turn. Alright, you are ready to fight? Alright, let's... Oh. Alright, well, I was gonna say let's do the fight, but the train's so ridiculously bad. I will have to wait for next turn. Yep, you can camp out. Yep, just chill. Produce the mint. Okay, now over here, Paragon Quarters, we don't super... Yeah, we're orderly. I guess we're not in harmony, so I guess the extra stability is fine. Adds an Avenger unit. The Avenger's our tier 3 guy who's good. It's our shock unit. I guess we build that? To build a merchant. Right, because this town's not going to be able to build a research guild, so I need to pick a different guild. I never do that because the research one's by far the best. Well, we're definitely not going to build a bunch of food. A merchant guild would give 10 extra gold per mine. So that'd be 30 gold. Might be able to hook up another mine. That'd be 40 gold. I mean, that'd be fine. Workers guild. Extra fortification is interesting. This is the front line where we would likely be able to be fighting. Some extra production per quarry. It'd be fine. We still have stuff to build. Our money's healthy, but we're also kind of chewing through it. Maybe we go Merchant Guild. Let's go Merchant Guild. I'm traumatized by Tomb Moss finances. +1 siege slot, and they cost less. Yes, please. Anything else we want that we haven't got? These can build teleporters. I don't think so. Horse march. We'll pick it up if we have to get it. Here we go. Roads cost less to move on. Sure. Anything else we want? No. Rome City and cities that share a border gain 10%. That'd be one city. I don't know if that's worth it. And 10% is 10%. We have literally not built a single special province improvement. I've really dropped the ball on that. All right, I think I will take the extra 10. I mean, it's at least something for the cap city. And that's it for now. Those tier 5s that we're going to summon do have upkeep of Imperium, so we are going to start dipping into that some. Okay, what were you doing? Okay, we already bought the stuff we really wanted here. Precinct can be integrated. No, thank you. Create a new bounty. Don't care. All right, let's run that turn. Your highlight of my name keeps drawing my eye because it's like orangish red and it looks like some sort of error message slice. You're really throwing me for a loop. Okay. Can I has fight? No. No, no. How far along would you say you are in this game? Pretty decently far. We're on tier 4 tomes out of 5, and we've defeated one of probably 3 opponents we will need to defeat. I'm expecting that we will finish this tonight, and I expect that within the 4 hours that I normally stream. Battlefield update. Your brave warriors to fight wars. Will their numbers suffice? The millstones of war continue to grind, my warrior sage. We would benefit from augmenting our recruitment efforts. More troops to send against Revan Thunderbark. The sooner we claim victory. We caught wind of enchanted substance that quickens your warrior's training. You should claim Silver Tongue. We already have a bunch of Silver Tongue. We could finish a bunch of units we have queued, but we don't care. Sure? All right, they want me to get that. Okay. That's all I can say. Okay. We'll try to remember to stretch over to here. All right, in the capital, I think I'm going to build the House of Charity. I know it hurts me too. 10% gold for 20% food and I think it's recruitment. Definitely worth it. You've never seen me play it? Really, Union? This is my 3rd series. I did one back to back with this one. It's Tomb Moth. And then when the last DLC came out, we did Ripjaw. Ripjaw was a little more wet and wild. I definitely have improved somewhat. A few 1% between then and now. And Tomb Moth was a little bit of rust getting shaken off. But this one's gone really well. I quite like Age of Wonders 4. I keep mentioning it, but it's a game I just haven't had enough time put into. All right, we're going to absolutely dominate this, but let's actually fight it. A, for a warm-up, and B, just to see some of these new units. Hey, Adius. Hey, Babel. It was a pretty epic Dominion stream yesterday. You played that well. Well, thank you. Yeah, you know, I mentioned it during that stream, but I really, really, really wanted to get off some Earthquake fights, like major Earthquake armies, but it just didn't happen. That early fight we had to do with the Giants, with Utgard. If I didn't pivot when I did, I think we would have lost that game, in all honesty. The Iron Corpses and the Penumbrals we built were like, while they didn't seem like, oh wow, those are amazing, they turned the tide. They definitely turned the tide. There's something to be said about like summoning in, 120 units when you're struggling on unit recruitment. Okay, these are tier 1s and 2s. We don't have to be too worried. That being said, I'm not going to be cavalier either. We do have our Vigil, our biblically accurate angel here. Loving it. The big thing here is Purifying Blast, which I need to hold still to be able to do. It does 40 damage. It removes all positive effects on the target, and the people around him take half damage and lose 2 effects. So next turn, we really want to get that off. So I think we're going to try to set ourselves up in a way that will encourage the AI to come up here and group up on me. Let's actually go here and there, and we'll put you here. I'm kind of fishing to get a head splitter. We'll swing you that way, and then you chaining evocation, and you are in range, so have fun with that. Okay, all right, nice little hit there. We got our Oracle. We haven't used this yet. This is the new one from the new DLC. Kind of a cool little monkey Oracle here. I love it's hard to see, but there's like golden hands that are covering her eyes. I also love the hands on the little staff here. So Mystic Blast, 90% chance of inflicting Mark. Mark is a pretty decent debuff. It gives the enemy a penalty of 10% on their evasion, which is kind of nice. Also counters Clinging Mist, not that we have to worry about here. We have Striking Portent. Friendly units in a 1 hex radius gain True Strike and Fortune. True Strike means you cannot miss. It counters Blind and Precog. And it also gives us Fortune, which is extra crit. So I don't think we'll do that this turn. We could do a Healing Portent, which heals 40 and gives Precog. Precog, the next time you are attacked, the enemy misses you. This is the bane of shock units, because shock units generally only hit once, and this just auto makes them miss. So very strong unit here. We have Defensive Warding, which is fine. And then all of our bajillion things we have up. Master Influence, Embarked. You actually have Nobility. Yeah, right. So we have our Pledge of Righteousness up. Yeah, Nobility is our faction bonus. Basically, if I don't do flanking, because we're honorable, we do extra damage. So we do extra spirit damage in this case. And I think we're just gonna chill here. We could throw up a heal and just make them miss their first attack. You know what? Let's do it. I don't think this is gonna be a dangerous fight, so. Oh, I love that graphic. That reminds me of like an Astrologian from Final Fantasy XIV. All right, nothing's in range for you, so let's just end the first turn. And they just auto-miss the first attack. Unfortunately, it was kind of wasted on a range unit, but such that it is. Yep. Everyone come up here and group up. Good. Okay, well, first thing we're going to do is everyone's going to get Fortune. And True Strike, so I can't miss. Double Fortune is an extra 20% crit chance, though. And then we'll just hit you guys. For Cub. Boom. Okay, a little hit delay there. Crit all 3 of them. You'll love to see it. I kind of think I'm going to have my spears kill that, and then that's going to free up my shock unit, who may run over here and take out those archers. He's got one of those stupid abilities. That may have changed things. Although, then again, it's a single warrior. Probably not. I don't love the sea combat, but I really appreciate that it exists, if that makes sense. Not having it in games is always annoying, because it just doesn't make any sense. Easy peasy. All right. Well, I wanted to have you charge over and kill the archers, but that ain't gonna happen, so let's move in on these. All right, and that is turn. Okay. That'll definitely work. Okay, precog negated that attack because they hadn't been attacked yet. Slip away is annoying. All right, Vigil, would you do the honors? Thank you. Oh, blinded my hero somehow by doing that. Less thank you. All right, come up here and finish him off. And that's going to free up our shock unit to go engage the archers. Like I said, I knew this wasn't going to be a particularly hard fight, but we just hit you for, wow, 54 damage. Yeah, we definitely do that. The other one's an AoE. Not the situation for it. All right, and you know what? Oracles, can you seal the deal? Not quite unless you crit, but you might. You do have the fortune. Did not. Okay. Womp womp. Move up. We don't really need the heal. Okay, you run up here. And goodbye. Not goodbye because you have slip away. All right. Ooh, oh, but you slipped away in range? No. All right. Next turn. If you run away, you die, so I don't... Oh. Because you have slip away. Right. All right, well. If you choose to die tired, that's not my fault. Bonk. Just a casual 73 damage. Alright, good to see, and we'll immediately just go into the next fight. I'm not going to fight the next one. Like I said, these are like super low level fights, but I will take the XP. Alright, you are heading home. Is that really faster than just staying in the boat? Portage across the land? Okay, you can go back to auto. Okay, all of you are high enough at this point. All right, we are looking to engage purple. Yeah, so this is going to be the route that we're going to want to take. If we see any, like, enemies along the way, I definitely wouldn't mind killing some neutrals just for the extra XP. But I'm also not going to, like, go out of my way particularly for it. Like I said, I think purple is stupid weak. We killed their main stack at one point, and they only had sent one stack to attack me. And being chosen destroyers, I just don't think they did much. Okay, here we're building the academy. We don't have a boosted. Yeah, we need a farm. That's ridiculous that that's not boosted. Grab that. We'll get into the sea. Firestone grabbed. So we have plants and liquids finished. The only thing we're missing is focus crystal for our crafting materials. Hero leveled up. This is Yina Let Me Solo. And still heading down the path this way. Let's head towards condemnation. And we hit level 8 on Gulamu the Illuminated. Alright, Gulamu. We could take Adept of Order, gives us Keeper's Mark. That's how I feel about that. We could take Adept of Materium. Warding Aura. This is our mage, so that makes a little more sense. Alright, we'll take the Astral. You don't get the points off of non-main heroes anymore, so it kind of opened this up a little bit. You used to kind of use these to get all of your affinity points. And I will just take the defensive option from there. You have 2 more points. Beautiful. Okay, so we could get Ritual of Elements, refreshes all ability cooldowns, gains elemental focus. If we're not engaged in melee, 20% extra damage until we move. Or Inexorable Cast. Until the end of turns, all attacks abilities ignore 10 status resistance. That's pretty ridiculous. Summon a tier 1 spirit based on their chosen discipline. Summons are always really powerful. I think I'm gonna grab that one. See how it does. If they're my vassal, they have to give it to me. Unless it's him. He's not my vassal. Open border? Sure, we'll have open borders. He does not have it. So, either we're working on getting them up to be a vassal of me, in which case they will hand over the material, or it's the purple guy, possibly, although I'd be surprised if it was him. Yes, he shares all of his magic materials. So when we get high enough, we'll get that. Does this tell me what it is? No. Yeah, but if one of them has it, we'll get there. I believe we have everyone with a Whispering Stone, and we have a spare stone. So we're working on all of them. Murk Water. That is a creepy looking horned crocodile with smoke eyes. Here, have a Whispering Stone. Make you feel better. And the gobos, I'm working on it. Everyone will be my vassal. That is just how this build's working out. Okay, purple is down here in the water. I think we're southeast of his city. All right, that's fine. He has 2 units there, but there's probably one here. So, as expected, basically. All right, zip up. Okay. You've unlocked the Beacons of Unity. You control enough of the world map to unlock the Beacons of Unity. Building these special province improvements will put you on the path for an expansion victory. We look here. So these are the different ways you can win. There are a couple more. You can turn on world seals, which is kind of like a capture the flag point victory. I don't have it on in this one. So we are currently probably pursuing the military victory, frankly, because we are so aligned with good, and 3 of them were so aligned with evil, it made sense. Expansion victory is what that was just talking about. We have enough provinces. We would need to build 3 beacons of unity, and then we need to defend them for 15 turns. Very doable. Very doable. Magic victory, we do have a gold wonder, but we only have 1, and we need 2, so that would be some work. And score victory just is whoever has the highest score at the end of, I think it's turn 150, wins. So it would be me currently if we went that far. So I think we're going to still maintain our military victory. Expansion victories can be kind of nice, although if you're going to go for that, I try to make a triangle of cities such that I could put all 3 beacons next to each other. So like here, I'd put like one like here, here, and here. You have to have 1 in each town so you can defend it. This just isn't a good example. Like I try to have like 1 spot so it's like beacon, 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 and it's really easy to defend, basically. Having vassals counts for that amount, and that's why we've got that. If it was just my cities, we'd probably only be halfway there. All right, you're running home very slowly. Please don't start any hostile actions. Okay, you're leveling up. Yeah, these just low-level ones that aren't even worth my time. We will take our reward, and that's in my territory, so we'll get our full heal. I think we'll probably go clean that guy up next. Right over here. Oh, I forgot about that. You know what? So I don't forget, I'm just gonna spend it. There you go. Get a bunch of draft in our cities. Mark my words, seas of our warriors will flood the battlefield. Our enemies will be unable to escape our might. One council member examines the silver-tongued fruit and cries out, "My warrior sage, this substance is so potent. Your mages and alchemists can extract a secondary application." The council awaits your response. So we could boost morale of our troops for 12 turns. We could augment the body and skills of Showin the Clever. Showing the clever is that new governor we got. 2 levels isn't terrible. We could gain an exemplar. This is a flying melee unit. Kind of whatever. We could get a bunch of mana. Ironically enough, I'm actually going to take the morale boost because that'll actually help us in our fight down south. We may as well get something out of it. Okay, and you're going to heal. We research salvation. 1 research, and then we will get a new tome. Fated projectiles does nothing. Target dead non-hero, non-celestial unit. We revive them as a vigil. It's okay. Or healing spires. Adds 4 healing spires during combat. I'm going to take healing spires, not because I want them, but because we'll finish it in 1 turn. All right, House of Charity is done. Scholars Guild, thank you. Built the tier 4 building. You are kind of getting close to being done, aren't you? Can I do a monolith? War research. Build yourself a bathhouse. No stinky monkeys allowed. Okay, and we have another full army. Let's actually send you... Yeah, let's actually send you over here on the off chance that I need to defend that. Okay, we're ready to summon an Asta. I don't want it up here. I want this down here. All right, so this is going to go in Kha Meh's group, I think. I think you're going to have the pikemen come out, which apparently I can't do this turn. Can I summon next to my hero? I can. All right, we'll make room for her. And we're immediately going to start summoning another one unless I have something else I need to cast. Actually, we need to get Holy R up first, but then we'll summon another one. We need Holy Monkeys. Okay, Bonded Vassalage. Excellent. I find it funny that we have all these, like, Shadow Realm people as our vassals now. I can fix him. He's just a shadow-infused lizard dinosaur creature. We can fix him. All right, orders required. Yep, head over there. All right, you can step outside the city while you heal, so you can get inside of it. Healing Spires is done. All right, we get another tome. So we need a second tier 4 before we can go up to tier 5. I don't really have anything super in mind. We would have to be... Yeah, it has to be order. So Tome of the Revenant. This is undead stuff. We got this with Tomb Moth, but we really didn't get a chance to use much of it. Not really for this build. Exaltation. We could become angels. And I think that's probably what we'll do. We don't have a major race transformation yet. So we'll become Celestials, which will give us more spirit resistance. We'll lose some Blight and Frost. We'll gain an Inspiring Killer. We'll be Control Loss immune. We will all be flying, and we will all be faithful. Pretty good. Income from governors in the city is doubled. That's not a terrible building. Resurrect unit, not terrible. Other things, Tome of Supremacy. Not really for this build. This is like a more like authoritarian order build. Like overpowering order is more what this is. This is that exemplar unit. And then Tome of Prosperity, another good one. You get the Prosperity Dragons. We fought one of those last time. Very powerful support unit. This is another tier 5 Mystic unit. Blessed Armors. The problem here is this doesn't offer us a major transformation. So I think we're going to be Exalted. All right, no problem. Demones, man. Have a good evening. Cleanse the unbelievable cutely.
It shall be faith, not flesh, that begets eternal glory. You shall usher in a kingdom of truth and enlightenment. Those who gaze upon your people shall know divinity in its absolute form, and the unworthy shall feel but the burning flame of your wrath.
and we will definitely take our transformation first. By the way, I don't remember if I specifically said thank you last night, bro, but thank you very much for that super chat. I know I talked about it, but I don't know if I specifically said thank you, so thank you very much, man. What are you working on next now that you're actually home? Are you starting in on your thesis? Okay, here, the polearm unit is getting pulled out. And jump in there. Okay. That's not worth it because this will actually damage us up. I would prefer to get to his capital while I know his armies are around. And you, I think, are going to tail along. We'll leave you in the city to defend it once we take it. All right, heal one more turn. You are healed up. Head that way. You are... You know what? Why don't you head here? That other city's going to have plenty of people in it. And hook up another province. Okay, we said we wanted the mine, so let's grab it. Okay, Holy Ara. These monkeys are so bloody sacred and holy. You don't even know, man. I mean, look at that monkey beard. Looking good, boys. A province was pillaged by your vassal city. Okay. Yeah. Purple has an outpost. They can make outposts, they just can't build cities. Okay, negotiation succeeded. More bonded vassalage. And more just generic vassalage. Okay, they caught another one of our scouts. All right, scouts, maybe I'm just saying, maybe you don't go down there. All right, his armies are right here, which is good. We definitely want him to be around because I want to engage those. Bruh says, oh boy, no rest for a productive member of society. Yeah, I'm gonna start on my thesis. How long? Okay, I guess it's a two-part question. Do you have a due date? And / when do you think you'll get it done? I know those two things don't necessarily align. All right, we'll let him go because we like the good boy points. You know what? I guess there's a couple sea creatures we didn't actually finish off up here. Let's continue just getting levels here. We're still in the area if we're needed, so we can pick up Forced March and get over there relatively quickly. And keep up the army. Process time flies so fast. I remember when the time when I was one of the OG subs before you hit 1K. Yeah, there's a few active old timers. You, Slice, Epic, Dimbones Man. I'm sure I'm missing a few. That's why I usually don't call out names. But yeah, we definitely still have some of the older crew, and I'm sure there's plenty of people who watch and just don't chat or comment. My YouTube stats on return viewers are actually pretty darn good. I'm just slowly converting new viewers into returning viewers, which is good and bad, just depending on what we're talking about. Bad in the fact that I'm outpacing new people by converting them into regulars. Ideally, you want both. It's how the sausage is made. Okay, you're gonna stay here. You're gonna stay here. We got more research. Let's get the shrine. Make sure we have plenty of mana, and we auto-finished it. We were so fast. Okay, we'll take the Rumor Recall so we can teleport our leader up here if we need to. Okay, you're ready to grab another territory. Let's get some more research. We built the Merchant Guild, something I hardly ever get to build. And we're ready for a boosted Town Hall 4. Yep. New skill. We got the end of the order tree. Yes. Units of legendary rank gain a buff depending on their unit type. Shield units get Fearless. They grant Fearless when they go to defense, which is excellent for our build. Pole arms are kind of garbage. They do decay. Shock units. This is very good for us. 30% chance of inflicting stun just on all their attacks. Evasion for those. More bolstered resistance. 6% chance of weakens, kind of weak. No pun intended. Ranged units we're not using. Fighter units get Frenzy. That's pretty good on fighter units. Mythic units gain 1 strengthened and regen on skill. That'll be excellent for our Astra once she's leveled up. And we'll immediately unlock it. We also could do Rite of the Banners. We could call a Rally of Lieges. We don't need to call a Rally of Lieges. Yeah, Valenstein says a pretty good point there too. As an EU viewer, when I tune in, it greatly depends on the time slot. Yeah, and I'm going to be heading back to work on Monday, so I'll have that later slot for me. So 2 hours later than this stream started would be our new time during the week. And I know that basically just excludes most of the world. It's not US, so that's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. I can't move my work time anytime different. Someday, the resurgence of builders and tactical games is going to happen, and I'm going to skyrocket. I'm going to be doing full-time content creation. It's going to be amazing. Then I'll just stream 24 hours a day. Everyone will get their taste of Babel. But that is not today, unfortunately. All right. Our vassals are going crazy on the pillaging, which is fine. Bandor Log, you're in a safe position. Build a fishmonger. There you go. Have fun. Shop of Secrets departed. All right. No problem. I wish we had gotten the mount one instead. Okay, we can reach the city this turn. And we are basically just all in on this fight, so it doesn't matter what's here, we're attacking. I can't imagine he's gonna cause me a problem. Alright, what culture are you anyways? Primal. Okay. Yeah, if you're gonna go Chosen Destroyer, I really feel like you want either Industrious, maybe, or you want to bring in the, what are the ones with the mage locks? Reavers. Because the Reavers have mechanics that you can pull in resources without the city. You can get war spoils, and Industrious just makes so much production that maybe you can keep up. All right, can we start? I can't. I wanted to start the siege this turn, but we're 1 hex out. Thoughts on Svol. Is that an acronym for something? Because I don't recognize it. I did notice we have all kinds of game announcements this week from Gamescom. Some interesting ones, but not a ton, unfortunately. I guess that's just par for the course these days, but conversely, we have a whole bunch of releases in the next couple months, so it's going to be more shortage of my time than shortage of content. All right, back at the capital. You know, we should probably get crypts and prison cells. Probably should have already had those. And I really should be producing units. Excuse me. Just in case we do lose something. Okay, here. A grand wharf, please. And let's get the granary. I feel like this city is just a little bit behind everyone else. Another ruler was denounced. Okay. My vassals are pillaging away. Excellent. Excellent. Bounty, don't care. Let's go. Okay, well, I have lots of friends coming down, and I'm not seeing a lot of enemies. To those who wait, your allies have all convened to honor your benevolent contributions to the realm. Baron Malzar D. Shade Olmok leads the assembly. Gracious warrior sage, a singular purpose drives our gathering. Everyone here has benefited from your favors, good deeds, or supportive acts. Indeed, some of us have even fallen to those serving evil had it not been for less selfless and heroic. Your allies bow before you in unison. It's high time we express our appreciation. Choose whatever boon we can muster. We can train some troops. I'm not in a hurry. Gain 3 Dark Knights. Yeah. Kha Meh unlocks a shadow spell, Veil of Darkness. Target that is leading an army gains universal camouflage. Meh. You get some Imperium. Everyone could just be really happy. I'll take the Imperium. That could be a really good event. I just don't need anything at this point. We are pretty well set. All right, start siege, add siege projects. We would like, we're gonna foresee your downfall because it's absolutely ridiculous. We gain precog, we gain a permanent 10% hit chance for the whole fight, and they get a 10% fumble. We will harass the defender, so they'll just take 20 damage to get us started. We'll bombard the battlements, and we'll undermine the walls. All right, go get them, champ. You know what? I'm gonna pillage too. I never get to pillage because I'm always busy doing other things. All right, you're a clear. Yeah, unfortunately, at this point in the game, so many of these fights are so easy, I'm not gonna fight them. I've mentioned before, but I really do like the combat in this game. I don't like the 18 on 18s. So, yeah, unfortunately, like mini games, the late game I feel is the weak point. Luckily, this game tends to actually end, like you win or lose, so a little less of a problem. It's kind of the same way I feel about Dominions and Thrones. Like, it kind of makes the game end, so you don't get stuck in a quagmire forever. Okay, we'll grab that. Yep. Okay, we got the summon. Conjure Greater Elemental Spirit. Sure. Yeah, we'll take a Greater. They just keep denouncing each other over and over again. You do you, man. Okay, his half a stack has shown up. We know he has at least one more stack somewhere. Hopefully it'll come here so I can just defeat it. I'll take the XP. Alright, and you... I can't imagine we won't win this. Yeah, that's just too high in our favor. I guess in multiplayer, most people do all combats as auto. That seems really boring to me, frankly. Like, I don't love this, but the fights just aren't worth the time that it takes to actually fight them out. We're just so far ahead of these units at the moment. Ooh, our angelic transformation. All right, Celestial Guardians. Target leader of an army gains Celestial Guardians for 1 turn. Conjure 2 tier 3 Archon units at the start of combat. Yes. The curse of in-game strategy, you're just going to be so OP, all battles become tedious. Or it's just so grindy. Like Shadow Empires can kind of turn into that. You just have such grindy combat. It just takes forever to push through it. Okay, here's a question. I have a few people in here. What strategy or tactical game, mainly strategy, has the best in-game? That's a hard one. I would say one of my favorites is Gladius, but not for any particular reason. Just that those games, even when we would play pretty big multiplayers, like 3 or 4 or even 5 players, we could finish a game in like 4 hours at like a 4v4. So that wasn't too bad. I actually don't know what my other answer would be. Shadow Empires can be kind of annoying because you could just, like, you hit in turn and it says you win or you lose. Feels very sudden because it's, you don't see yourself generally winning, or there's not enough UI to kind of let you know that it's happening, or losing, I guess conversely. Definitely wouldn't be a Civ game. The minions can be pretty good too, but that's partially just the way I set up the games. You can set those up to make yourself miserable if you want to. That's definitely doable. Go to the mint. We can annex a spot, grab it. We're ready to cast. All right, we're working on our angelic transformation. Okay, we have 3 turns on the siege, integrated. Our rock friend is happy. We're just blowing up all kinds of his countryside. Okay, and you actually need to heal a little bit, so head home. Our mana's down a little bit, and we are going to put another enchantment up. We went as high as we can, unless we have a conduit. All right, give me the prison cells and a summoning chamber. Built the Grand Wharf. All right, we'll go ahead and queue up some of the defensive buildings. That's fine. All right, another province. Food is kind of worthless at this point, frankly. We'll take the quarry. Call to war. Join us in our war, Kha. We will make sure that the dragon gets the day when he attacks us. Yep. If I don't do this, I become evil because I'm not upholding my bargain. Yeah, we knew the deceptive spy was gonna stab us at some point, so no surprise there. All right, we do have one army here, but I need my other army. This is literally why we had them in the area. And you don't have a hero. What are we missing here? We have the paladin. I guess an Avenger. And you know what? I think I'm actually gonna buy that. And I think I'm going to buy another hero. Look at me actually affording heroes. It's crazy talk. We would like to recruit. All right, we're looking for a white one again. Our monkey people. Okay, a scholar governor. They're never gonna be a governor, so that's kind of a moot point. A Death Knight, a Battle Saint, or a Ritualist. Let's get another Battle Saint. Alright, you're in. And then that gives us another whole army. So now we at least have 3 stacks to defend. Good to know. Don't care about bounties. Don't care. Care. Don't care. Okay, 2 turns on this siege. Let's go. Last spell has a good end game. Yeah, okay. It does end, yeah. I guess that's different than what I was thinking. I was thinking more like bigger strategy games, but yeah. I mean, you win or lose for sure on that one. And that's part of the rogue-like nature. Late game strategy is great. I mean, it doesn't have to have great combat, just has to have an enjoyable end. Doesn't necessarily have to be combat. It's one of the reasons, like, Against the Storm is one of my more liked city builders, because the game ends. Like, you get a conclusion. In a lot of city builders, you just go tell your board, basically, or the save corrupts. Snowball problem, yep. Okay, he's got 1.5 stacks. We have 1 more turn here. All right, we gotta watch out for that tricksy dragon. Make sure he doesn't sneak by us. He's right here at the moment. Okay, we're still waiting on him. 2 turns out. Built. Ready to add. Okay, hold on. I didn't queue up. All right, we want more defensive structures here, ideally. Paragon quarter, beacon. Okay, we'll take the Paragon, we'll take the beacon. Okay, this is Gavi the Helper. Gavi. Take the Wild Vines. Whispering Servant returned. Consumed by arrogance. Be a duelist, be a raider. No, stay your course. Yeah, the snowball problem is really hard because the opposite is the Mario Kart problem. It doesn't matter how good you are, you know, within limits, because the people in last place get speed boost to catch up. So it's, or like Mario Party, where it's just like, doesn't matter how good you are, it just randomly gives points to other people. So it's a hard one. It's a real hard one. Like in Dominions, the answer is the game is designed to play in multiplayer. Thus, it's up to people in diplomacy. If people are being rational actors, everyone should team up against the first place person. Now, does that happen? No, not always. The blue shell is a valid and important item. It's more than just that, though. They actually speed up. You get a speed boost if you're behind. So, like, yeah, you're getting charity engine power. All right, we are ready for the assault here. I don't think we're going to even fight this, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, we are literally triple their power. Yeah, it's pointless. So we'll just auto it. Unfortunately, we're going to have a lot of autos. There's nothing else I can say about that. All right, and you're now my vassal. All right, Dragon Boy, you dragon the wrong person. Let's go that way. All right, and we have one unit who's just going to chill here and just make sure that this doesn't get taken without a fight at least. They lost their throne city. Now, that doesn't mean he's done, because it didn't say that we killed him. We need to find where he's at. So he doesn't have a city. There is something over here. I don't think an army could be up there. I don't know where he's at. We killed him before, but he's obviously respawned since. You underground, perhaps? We have scouts down there. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. That's actually kind of annoying, because if he goes and retakes that city, he won't be eliminated. We need to take the city and kill him in order to eliminate him. All right, you guys are going to defend. You're going to defend. I'm going to be so annoyed when I have to turn around. I'm going to be so annoyed. Okay, Pure Soul. More race transformations. At the start of combat, dispel a negative status effect. If the negative status effect removes has a positive, you gain it. I'll take it. Dom 6 you can put on the Cataclysm, which would also force the game to end, but it's the same problem. It's random which thrones get attacked, and so you could have 9 out of 10 points, and then somehow every single one of your thrones is the ones that's destroyed. Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one. This is tangential slightly. I have been playing a little bit of Mechabellum again. Man, I like that game. It's kind of like if you like RTSs, but you don't have any APM, so you just like the strategy aspect of it, and you don't like base building. You and your opponent have basically like 95% the same options, and so it's all down to just build and counter build and whatnot. So that's a nice one, and I like that the rounds are relatively quick. So even if I have a miserable game, it's over in like 10 minutes, and I can just move on to another game. I think back to Sins of a Solar Empire. my friend and I got really into the competitive multiplayer of that for a while. And it would take you about an hour and a half before the game would pop off. And 99% of the time, if we won the first major engagement, the opponents would just quit. So you'd spend an hour and a half getting ready to play, and then your opponents would just leave. Ugh, that really, really sucked. It really sucked. All right, in Paladin, Scholars Guild. All right, I'm gonna queue things up a little bit more. We're gonna try to move through these turns pretty lickety split. Okay, this is Kha Meh. Okay, for Kha Meh, you know what? I will take the XP stuff here. We can get that Asta leveled up. Collected remains. Okay. Devotion changed. We went from Paragon to Devotee. Oh no, we actually went down. That's not good. What did we do that was so bad? Lost devotion by having a evil alignment. I must have done something it didn't like. Okay, this is our capital. Okay, let's get the teleportation in that and that. Right, let's queue up our defensive structures, basically. There's not a lot of thought that needs to go into that. I just want them all. Starry-eyed enlightenment. Stargazers discover a new star in the sky dubbed Gabriel's Eye. Its gleam inspires all rulers to pursue knowledge. Your scholars theorize that the recent disturbance in the dimming of all the stars caused a new star to light up in the firmament. You discern within yourself a rising thirst for knowledge, while your hunger for battle wanes. Our cities gain double knowledge. Declaring wars is unjust. Ending wars grants Imperium. Interesting, but not particularly useful. Please do not end your war with me, Mr. Dragon. I kind of want to... Ooh. Hey, is that him right there? I kind of want to defeat you. That is not him. An underrated strategy subgenre in my opinion, have good in-game is tower defense. It could, yeah. I'm not really a genre I'm particularly into. It's why I never could really get into Arc Knights. I tried a little bit once. And yeah, it just felt too tower defense-y. Although that's probably not a fair assessment of it. There was another to do this summer that I thought we were going to do, but Wandering Sword took up my entire summer. I thought we were going to do a little playthrough of Arc Knights, actually, in prep for Infield. Pure Soul, new research. We'll take Temple of the Exalted for the extra stability. Produced, leveled. Okay, you... Nope. You want Condemnation. All right, and you can't move any further. I was really hoping that was going to be purple right there. I don't like that he's still on the map somewhere. We're definitely going to need to produce units and stuff. Well, no, I guess we're going to vassalize this, so... Vassal will get free units, though. We'll be fine. 3 turns. I really wonder where he is. He's not sieging my ally, is he? No, those are gold, not red. How do we not have a wizard's bond with this guy? I need to resolve that. You. Can we have a wizard's bond? What's going on here? Would we share vision, please? Okay, he's not. Okay, here's purple. He is down here. I'm pretty sure that's him right there. I think that's him. Okay, how can I get here from there? I think I think we need to go deal with that. So we need to go to here. So unfortunately, everyone turn around. Because if he kills blue, I'm going to be very sad. Defend. Station circle. Caltrops. Oh, are you guys ready? The monkeys are ready. Become angelic monkeys. They even have a halo, so you know they're a good boy. Now we are flying. There you go. All right, I believe we unlocked another... Yeah, pure soul. New signature. Master of Order. And we'll take the dome. If this is a Civ-like game, looks fun. I think that would be fair to call it Civ-like. It's a little less on the empire building and a little more combat focused. But yeah, I think that would be fair. So you can see up here, I've got 4 cities in here. We're producing units. We're kind of in the in-game right now, so I'm kind of zipping through turns pretty quickly. We're kind of just rushing for our victory conditions here. But my favorite part of Age of Wonders 4 is that you're able to design your race. You pick like a chassis, like you look like orcs or dwarves or monkeys in this case, and then you pick a culture, which is kind of like your faction, and then you design the person leading the faction. So for us, it's this dude here, Kha Meh, who is like a warrior, like well, he's a battle saint, kind of like a paladin type unit. But you can do dragons and giants and eldritch horrors. It's quite fun. Quite fun. I quite enjoy it. Temple of the Exalted. Also, oh, perfect timing. You choose your tomes of magic, and this is kind of like you build your own tech tree. So you can have very different games, unlike a Civilization type game where it's like, okay, at the beginning of the game, I'm always going to research pottery and the wheel and writing. In this game, you would pick like, oh, I do earth magic or fire magic, etc., etc. And then you go deeper and deeper into it. So we are going to get Tome of the God Emperor. Yes, please.
Godhood is known. It is felt. One need not convince others of one's divinity, for one's very essence shall shine through. Embrace divinity, inspire all with your presence, and grant holy might to all who follow you on your righteous path. Blessed be you, shepherd, and blessed be your flock.
We will be quite blessed, thank you. Age of Order, ready to research. We produced Ballista Tower, and we're ready to claim another territory. You know what? Let's actually take that wave conduit. We could use the mana. All right, you guys. And a log. Okay, catapult. Temple of Exalted. Go. Yeah, hopefully purple will keep messing around down there. You still there? He is. He's going around raising everything for some reason. I think my ally here, he only has a single stack. He just can't quite finish this off. So we will help him out here. Right, fund over, come on over. Another thing I really like about the game, I'm not really able to show it off very well here, is the tactical combat. I quite enjoy it. We're so late into this game that most of my fights I'm doing is auto resolves here. We may see a fight here in a second, but I think the combat's really good. Killing my scout, don't love that. He is also exceptionally close to my city. And these are kind of like the leftovers. I don't know if they could kill him. And again, if it's only one stack, I don't know, there's a second one. The thing is, if I mess up and lose all these, we're actually super vulnerable. Then again, what are the odds that we would lose everybody, right? Oh, I see. He's also getting attacked by the... I see what's going on. Okay. We may have a really hard fight here. Alright, everyone come underground. Alright, let's get rid of these. Okay, nope. Never mind. I saw the Lost Wizard and thought this was going to be difficult, but nope. Bunch of low-tier stuff with him. Yeah. Alright, well, you're already welcome, ally. I'm very helpful. Alright, zip over here. Did you not go below? Oh yeah. Alright, purple. Yeah, he's got the chalice above his head, meaning that that's victory condition. Okay, and they finished converting. Oh, look how cool this is. I mean, tell me that's not cool. We got flying angel monkeys with cloud powers. We have like a bajillion. We have like a bajillion enchantments that we're running at the moment. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. All right, you. I don't really have another job for you at the moment, so just head in this direction. Okay, Ascended Warriors. Non-hero units in the army gain a rank or resurrect a unit. Yeah, we'll take that. We have that event running where it's doubled our research, so we are going to absolutely zoom through here. All right, you can claim another. We'll just work our way out some more. One of our new guys. Sure. Hey, we got the second astral. Adaptive research. Locking and shuffling research skills cost 50% less. City research structures cost less. Amazing skill that I'm already far past. So unfortunately not very useful. What's our next shadow? Assign whisper stones to other people's vassals. Again, we're just past that point. Yeah. I think we pretty much have what we're going to get that's of any major use. Yeah, we'll make sure you have the don't die skill. Dude recreates Son Goku. Yeah. Yeah. Mix of lore accurate and Dragon Ball. Yep. I did name the leader Kha Meh for a reason. Okay. And we just made friends with that. Oh, that reminds me. We need to go give a Whispering Stone to you. There you go. Fold is under siege. Okay, you know what? I wasn't going to attack you because I was so leery about losing a unit. I think that's the opportunity that we were waiting for. He only has 2 units there, and we have 3. Even though that's a dragon and these are relatively weak, I think just by numbers we win. Blacksmith. We'll take the healing spiders and the temple. Cowards. Okay, and he's just attacking me. That's only 2 of my units and 1 of my allies. Oh, I see. He tried to run past us to leave. That's exactly what I didn't want him to do, so excellent. All right, now he's dead. He didn't have a throne seed to return to. Yeah, here we go. Celebrating the defeat of Revian Thunderbark. You have crumpled the last defenses of Rumvian Thunderbark and cast him into the astral void, banishing him from the realm. Whatever schemes Revian had in the works, none shall come to fruition. The last of his misguided troops flee and hide in the hills and woods. His druidic tuskmen, their spirits crushed by their false idol's yoke, now find themselves at your mercy, O glorious warrior sage. What does the future hold? Revian Thunderbeak is a thorn in your side no more. How will you commemorate this extraordinary victory? All right, I actually need some more good boy points because I fell. I think because I pillaged, maybe? I'm not sure how I got 1 point of evil. So we will spiritually guide him to the afterlife. There we go. I'm a Paragon again. Starry-eyed enlightenment aftermath. As it suddenly appeared, Gabriel's eye is fading again, as are its pacifying effects. You wonder if the ancient wizard had truly fixed its gaze on the world, or if this is just a rumor produced by your people's superstition. However it may be, you cannot deny how its presence impacted the realm, pushing an era of enlightenment. Slowly, the Godir of this realm have reverted to their old warring ways. One way or another, this realm shall be mine. Good timing, good timing. All right, well, which cave do we want to exit? Doesn't really matter. We'll take the left cave. I'm gonna enter, move off. Back to the surface team. All right, I'm very glad I came over here and helped. I didn't realize that our ally was getting... He had these attacking him at the same time. So he was like indecisive and getting ping-ponged. So he really did need the help. Always take care of your pet rock, guys. They don't need much, but they do need a little caring for. All right, keep zipping that way. Okay, are we gonna chase? And I think the answer would be no, because we'll never catch him. So I think we should go siege his city. The fact that he only had 2 armies to attack makes me think he doesn't have 3 armies. And we just outnumber him enough that I don't think he could stop me, even being a big stompy dragon. All right, I'll take the repeater bolts. Fated champion. Yeah, we'll summon light spirits, I guess. I'm pretty much done unless we roll the really high level spells. These lesser ones are kind of whatever. Okay. Scholars Guild, excellent. Add another province. Okay, over here I should probably add territory towards him so that I have places to fall back to heal. Okay, this is Kha Meh leveling up. We're going to reduce our upkeep. So 722. Okay, 19 gold. Not stupid amounts, but it's fine. Okay. We did a bunch of crafting last time, so we have really good gear on Kha Meh. He's pretty much set. We're back to Paragon in turn. Excellent. More like Wukong when he sees the Celestial Court. Yep. That's another thing I love about this game. You can make your own totally unique things. Like, I did one that were feudal halflings that worshipped a dragon, and I used the race transformations to turn them into little cobbled looking things. You could do things from other games. So like we played one where I used the little goblins and I made them look like Veti from Dominions, and we had an ice giant that led them around. So I don't know, I just really like that mix. End world hunger. No, I have to fly on a cloud. No time for that. Okay, what are you? You're a scout returning home. All right, go back on auto. What are you? Also a scout returning home. Okay. You are the pikeman. All right, you're just going to be a really weird scout head of the main army. All right, and here, I got to be a little bit careful so we don't get ambushed. Yeah, he's got... okay, he does have troops there. I don't know if those are full armies. A little over 2 armies. That's okay, though. That's survivable. Especially if this guy comes with. Oh, wait. There's the 3rd army. Ooh, okay. Well, we may just have set ourselves up to get attacked. What can we cast? Okay, let's get our pure souls. Purifying your monkey souls. All right, can we get... Target army has 20 spirit damage and they're demoralized and condemned. Yeah, give me Wrath of the Emperor on charge. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to cast it this turn. We don't have enough points, so it'll be next turn. All right, Paladin. You're fine. Next, ooh, Kha Meh got to level 16. That's exceptionally rare that I make it this far. So, Paragon of Order. All non-hero units get Resurgence. If they die in combat, they're revived at the end of combat if I'm victorious. And we could get Lead by Example. On kill, all friendly units gain 15 temporary hit points. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right. This army is going to be nigh unkillable. When we get lethal damage, we stop at 1 HP and we become immune for a turn. And then if they kill us anyways, then I resurrect you at the end of combat. So, you're hoping you're in Kha Meh's army. Oh, he has 2. Okay, so blue actually does have some armies. Here's 2 more armies. All right. All right. I see you. That's OP. I mean, it's a capstone skill, right? Like I said, we are at the end of the campaign here. If I defeat blue, then that is victory. We are allied with Brunner Gym Healer. He's our rock friend. He did not attack me. He went to defend his city. Good choice. But you didn't move this guy. That was a bad choice. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to team up on that. Yeah. 724 strength. Nope. That's like... We almost have 10 times your strength. Cha-ching. Alright, and I'm not in like super hurry to assault him. I'm happy if he just wants to stay in his city until my other troops get here. So I will pull back and let our armies heal up here. Alright, you guys. I don't really care about that outpost. This is the victory. I need to kill the dragon and I need to take the throne city. So I think we're going to actually come in this way. He doesn't have enough units to attack me in both east and west, so we will zip up that way. Burning light. Okay, new tome. All right, I think we're done with the order tomes. I don't really see much use for those. Let's go see what we have in Materium. So we could only do a tier 3. Dreadnought. Not going to help us. Transformation. We wouldn't use the Battle Mage. Converts mana into gold production and food. No. Melt armor. I could cast that. Okay, unit enchants. Once per turn, whenever we're hit with non-physical damage, we get resistance. We can give ourselves Steel Skin, defense, and blight resistance. It's okay. Terramancy. It's nothing we would use. Geomancy. We can't use a second major transformation, so that would pretty much be out. Summoning. Probably not. Scrying. And we may just take Scrying just to give us more Astral. I don't really want it. I guess we could get some extra vision range. Alright, we'll do that. Extra Astral for the Empire tree, basically.
Awaken your mind's eye to gaze beyond the physical realm. Secrets near and far.
Eeny meeny on that one, I think. Yep, it was just a monkey trick. Alright, we have another level up. Alright, we're going to continue down this like debuff path that we've been getting for that hero. And you say we have ring stuff? Okay, sure. Have a lucky ring and a rod of healing and a caster seer demolisher. There you go. Enjoy. And a dread spider mount. There you go. Because why not? All right, we have Wrath of the Emperor ready. I don't think I want to cast it this turn, but now it's ready to go when we do. So Guardians could be good. We'll get that one prepped. Okay. Cast Freeze on you. I see what you're doing. Hopefully we're going to see a whole bunch of our allies start heading this direction. No, we're not going to change any ambitions. Oh, he did come over here. Ooh, baby. Man, okay, maybe I should have cast that spell on him. 3 bone dragons and a dragon. All right, let's see what an auto does. I may end up needing to actually manually fight this. We're so far ahead of him, though, I think we win. Yeah, we're just too far ahead of him. All right, well, that was a mistake on his part. That was a humongous mistake on his part. Because I am not crippled, even. And we have an ally here that wasn't part of the fight. Yeah, so you run over here. And start the siege. All right, we want Foresee Your Downfall, Harass Defenders, Repeater Bolt Throwers, and Tower Bombardment. All right, we're not at 100%, but we're also not like super wounded, so we should be just fine here. I do see he had, where was that? I saw a red over here. There it is. So he does have another army coming, but I highly doubt he'll be able to get up to us. All right, that also means you guys hurry. Hurry as fast as you possibly can. That is not the city that we need to win to win the game. We need to take the next one in, but I don't want to leave a city behind me with no retreat secured. All right, so you guys are like 1, 2, 3. You're probably 4 turns out. You know what? Let's go unlock Force March. I may actually pop that. Good, good. Okay, you need territory. Start the summoning with them. Sure, you can have some armor. And a dire bear mount. There you go. Enjoy. And more summon. You at least have to do the final. We'll see. Like I said, I really don't like the 18 on 18 battles. We did that at the end of not last season, but the season before with Illwinter. And it was like a 2-hour fight. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. I'll try. Well, that's all I can promise is I'll try. Okay, we have our 3rd slot. Do I need to do anything? I really probably want another Asta. Yeah, let's just get another one made. Okay, you're pillaging things, that's fine. Oh, hey, this is the guy I wanted earlier. So, one of the cool things on these guys, if you design your race and you didn't pick a mount, you actually could get mounts. Equips your entire race. Now, unfortunately, I don't think that death beetles or dread spiders for our race of celestial monkeys makes much sense. I wish we had like griffins or pegasi or something. These are individual mounts, like for heroes. These are for your whole race. So a little unfortunate there. I don't think I want any of these, but yeah, this could be massive, absolutely massive if you got this at the right time in the early game. Mounts generally cost 3 design points. They're very expensive. Powerful, but expensive. Not lore friendly yet. That's exactly how I feel about it. Okay, 2 turns on the siege. All right, you guys. I don't even think we're gonna stop. In fact, can you just walk in there? Okay, no, you can't. I don't think we're even gonna stop there. I think we're gonna zoom by it. And I think... Okay, if we were to force march, we'd end up here. And then we would need probably 2 turns to heal, so we wouldn't be healed by the time we got there. So no, force march ends up not actually being good. If I'd done it the turn before, it would have been okay. Another level up. Here's your level 12. Master of Order. Dome of Protection. Elemental Mastery. Deals damage to target enemy unit. Burning. Ton of resistance. Sure. There you go. Oh, you got another point? You know what? Let's make you heal your units faster. That would actually be more relevant than these random spells I'm picking at the moment. Vander Log finished up what they were building. You guys are basically done. We've basically built all of our buildings. One thing I do like in this, at least on the size I'm playing, on 5 opponents, you can go up much higher. I think 9 is the maximum. And we're on, I believe, a medium map, not a large map. But at least at this size, the turns go by pretty quick. Like, this is like in-game. And maybe a couple minutes if I don't have to do a fight. You can zip through here pretty quick, so you don't get that in-game bog down. Alright, scry enemy. Divine Protection. Gain Resurgence. Inspiring Chant. Shrine of Smiting. We'll take the chant. Okay, you are scouting ahead for me. Okay, so the fact that you're standing here makes me think there's probably an army in the city. That also makes me think there's probably only 2 units here. There's 1 army here at the moment. Fine. Are you actually slower with that mount? No, you're both very fast. You look ridiculous with the spider. Get off the spider. You look ridiculous. Ilasa. Sure. Grand Wharf, a beacon of valor. All right, this one's good to go. We have our Asta. Maybe we'll do this fight over here. All right, you pop out of this army. Give me the Asta. All right, and who are you? Shawi the Clever. Okay, so you attack here, and if I leave Shawi the Clever, oh, I can't leave him out. I was gonna say if I just bring in 1 army, but I can't do that for a siege battle apparently. Yeah, okay. Well, we're autoing that one. That was definitely not worth our time. All right, and you are gonna be vassalized. Prepare to be vassalized. And actually, we don't even need to slow. No brakes on this train. Over here, we'll put you just to make sure that this doesn't have somebody just walk in. Give me more soldiers, my lord, that we may sheath their swords in the beating hearts of our enemies. I like it, Wing Solution. I like it. Zippy this way. Alright, one way or another, we're starting to siege, I think, next turn. Alright, you... Oh, he does have 2 stacks worth. Okay. Cool. He's not... He can only rush one additional unit. There's one thing you can do to do it twice. I don't even remember what it is, but so he can only make 2 units per turn essentially, and there's just no way he's gonna catch up. Hero leveled up. Nekati the Duelist. I don't even know who you are, but here, have some order. There you go. You like that? And apparently you're a ranger. There you go. Get that one too. This War of Oz is tiresome, Claw. Sometimes I wonder if it'd be better to end it. Yep. Says the guy who's declared war on me 3 times this game. He's only saying that because he's lost. I like how they build up their entire stack to kill my 1 unit. Alright, very brave of you. Very brave. Alright. Kha Meh, where are you? Get up there and start the siege. Alright, we want 4C downfall, bolt repeaters. The bolt repeaters are really nice because they actually have extra siege strength. Might help us get through here a turn earlier, maybe. We'll harass the defenders. Apparently he doesn't have battlements here. That's weird. We'll go ahead and undermine the walls. All right, it did not unfortunately help us speed it up at all, so we do have 4 turns on this. But like I said, even in 4 turns, I don't think he can take us. All right, and you guys get closer. Resurrect unit. Run it. If he attacks out, we could get in sooner. I'll take an order boon. We could get into the city sooner, but I can't imagine he's going to choose to attack out. There's like no way he can. What I've got sitting here. Even if he kills half of our army, he has the other half to deal with. All right, and I think spell ready to cast. He's going to be able to heal that. You know what? I don't care. Hit him anyways. Wrath of the God Emperor. That's how I feel about you. We'll charge up another one. Yeah, he's going to be able to heal it. Okay. Not worth our shots on that. We'll do that the turn we're going to attack. Please don't do hostile things. Random doubled up scouts for some reason. I don't know why you guys were together. That's a little weird. Gain 20 casting points and 20 world casting points. Yes. Yes, please. Alright, we're gonna save Wrath of the Emperor until we're actually gonna fight him. A resurrect unit. Alright, we're just gonna zippy zip here, I think. Oh, one of those underground ones showed up. Okay. He should have another 6er coming too then. We have 1 turn until we can assault. I see you casting spells on me. Alright. This one's for you, Adius. Don't say I never do anything for you. We'll actually fight this. Alright, I would like... Blap. The God Emperor is not impressed. We'll have some Celestial Guardians for Kha Meh. Can we now, with that extra casting... Oh, we can. Oh, we can. We can get 2 casts off in a single turn. Target him. This auto-condemns everyone in the army, which will give me a huge advantage. Yeah, we cannot get a 3rd one, unfortunately. We're not a Wizard King. Alright, yeah, attack that one. Alright. Adius, this one's for you. We'll manual it. 50,000 effects go off. He did have towers. I wonder why I couldn't bombard those. Okay, so... yeah, that's going to be rather annoying. We're going to go in the front door. Actually, no, it's not. We can fly. What am I talking about? He's still taking his turn. Alright, can you... probably not. Okay. Because you have a horse, you can't fly up there. But you guys should be able to get up there. What are you... Necrotic Spire. Summons Decaying Zombie. That's going to be a little annoying. Okay, Repeater Bolts. You know what? I probably should actually shoot these towers. If they're going to continuously spawn zombies, that's going to get really annoying. Alright, you guys start heading in. Support him. You're going to have to cut across because you can't fly. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, we only have the one door, and I don't really have anything that breaks walls in this army, particularly, so that's a little annoying. Alright, you start working on that. Okay, this is Kha Meh himself. Okay, hold on, Kha Meh. Okay, I can't reach with what I want to reach with. Can I reach with you? I can. Alright, fly up there. Alright, so what do we have? We have Radiant Strike or Divine Sundering. Attack inflicts condemned. It's under defense. Yeah, we're definitely going to do the single. Oh, it's a nice AoE too. It's under defense, it's under resistances. Beautiful. Alright, and then we'll just walk up here. I don't think we're going to give her the second turn yet. That just isn't worth it. We'll save that for when we're fighting the dragon. Chargers. I don't even know. Where is this guy? I don't even know where you're at. Fly up. Alright, I think I'm gonna send you guys as kind of like a strike team to try to take that tower out too. You defend. Yeah, let's just get the heal out. Get it on cooldown. Okay, next round I should be able to start casting spells. And I think everyone who can has done what they can do. Big old dragon boys right here. Nothing in here is too spooky. Yeah, I think we're okay. Oh no, not spiders! Speaking of oh no, not spiders, I killed a black widow in my garage yesterday. That's the first time I've ever seen one in there. Not too happy about that. Yeah, we are very grateful that we can fly. Otherwise, this doorway choke point would have really been a problem. Gonna breathe. No. Just sass and vulnerability. Okay. More spooters. Missed. All right. He has the arcane battlement, I do note. So if he gets mages up here, they're going to do more damage. I think they also get plus range, I remember right. Okay, we have a whole bunch of status taken off. Excellent. Okay, spells. I think we're going to do Battle Divination. When the spell is cast and for the next 2 turns, apply effect to the battle in the following order. So I think the way this works is turn 1 we get 25% evasion, turn 2 we get precog, turn 3 we get 20% damage. Let's go ahead and do that. Launch. Yeah, evasion 1 turn. Yep. Okay, that's exactly how that works. Okay, over here, I do really want to just get rid of this and just be done with it. So you're not resurrecting a bunch of zombies that are going to decay me. You go to here. And then do your AoE on them. Okay, and then you fly into support and get rid of him. God, I'm so glad we fly. It's kind of like when we do the, well, I guess any of the flying nations and dominions, but when we do the underseas forts, where we just have a gentleman's agreement that no one will swim over the walls. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, we have a pikeman here. We'll probably use him. We have our paladin. You know what? Paladin, come up here and do your single hit smite. And then eat the retaliation. So that these guys don't need to eat the retaliation. They're still not going to finish it off. Let's hit with the battle mage. Oh, nice. Weakened. I don't think it'll matter though, because I think you're going to die. Good, good. Okay, next we have shock troops. We can't land here because of the walls. We actually don't have a target this turn, awkwardly. Let's have the support unit fly up. Let's continue to work on that. No, oh, and we missed. Wow. Our bolt repeaters are not reloaded yet. Okay, I guess just fly to here. Not much else I can do about that. Oh, okay, we can climb this, it looks like. You can too, okay. Oh, there's caltrops here, though. I see. And you're not affected because you're floating. Gotcha. All right, float up there. Deals damage and applies blind. Oh, it's melee range. I see, I see. I don't think I've ever had a full-grown light spirit before. These are new in the, I think in the last patch. I don't think they were actually part of the DLC. Although the DLC faction does use them. All right, we could go base this caster with a paladin. Yeah, you run up here. You go base him. And give him a face stab. Holy moly, we just hit him for 50 and almost killed him. All right, you defensive strike. Yeah, the defensive strike is so ridiculously good. The fact that the single hits get double the bonus damage, and by being honor, having the 5 turn into 10 bonus damage is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. Not affect him. A heal. Nobody really needs it. Okay, no heal, buddy. Come on. Oh, you already moved. I see. I see what's going on. All right, attack him with a graze, apparently. All right, Kha Meh. He's a little bit demoralized. He is afflicted. That wouldn't quite finish him. That would. You know what? Go ahead and just charge him. Goodbye. I think I could just fly in and goink somebody. I think we're gonna fly right there, behind his hero. Almost goinked him. Oh, nice animation. And we crit, so we killed him. Can't get condemned if you're dead. I'm not sure if that worked out for him or not, but there you go. All right, just go and finish him, Kha Meh. Kha Meh's not even showing his true power here. It's going up and like auto-attacking things. Support that. It is useful to finish units off to A, lower their morale, and B, raise mine. So I will kind of focus on trying to finish things off. You're still reloading. You are dangerous. You've already gone. Okay, we already did that side, so it's you guys. So we have a paladin. Okay, duelist. I'm worried about putting this up against the dragon. I have a feeling the dragon will just eat him. I'll tell you what, go here. It's not particularly great. I guess I could put a mark on him. I guess that's fine. I don't want to get too bunched up because we're just going to get breathed on. Okay, you have condemn. All right, just zip up here. I'll have to just take the caltrop damage. Okay, and there's nothing I can resurrect on the ground. Oh, I could resurrect those vampire spiders. If I don't do it, then they'll do it because they still have towers. All right, go eat that battle mage. All right, good turn. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? Got back late, no problem, no problem. Yeah, we are, this is basically the penultimate battle of the campaign. So we're fighting it out. This one's dedicated to Adius. I do like that we have some actual mystical units in here. I usually finish up these games before these become particularly relevant. Hacking loogies at me. I see. Unfortunately for him, he seems to kind of be debuff focused, and I auto... A, we dodge things from precog, and B, we auto remove negative effects once per turn, so... Not really a good setup against me. I'm just too holy. Just too sacred. Oh no, not 10 damage from that archer. Oh man. And a miss. Yeah. Okay, random Werevin. Shouldn't be a problem. Pikemen on my shock troops, not gonna be a problem. That dragon's really trying to screen himself so I can't get a shock troop in base with him. Stalwart resisted. Okay, still not my turn. Now it's my turn. Okay, battle mages. Can't finish that off in one go. That's disappointing. What if we did this? Not going to change anything. All right, let's blop him with it then. And then you guys go here. I don't think your level 1 pikemen are going to stop paladins. Paladins have been a really good addition. One of the things that the Oathbound really, really lack is a good shield unit. They just don't have shields. And a tier 3 with these skills on it, very, very good. Very good. All right, zip up here. Work on that some more. I would really prefer these did not exist. It still exists. All right. Oh, nope, never mind. We got it. All right, move 1 and get a lucky shot. Okay, well, we hit him, but no lucky shot. We can attack. This is Yenna. All right, Yenna, come on in here and base those archers. Bonk. Okay, come over here. All right, just take the best hit you can do. Okay, fighter unit, but I can't get into contact, unfortunately. Ditto. I probably have enough forces committed to this. Probably start heading the other direction. Oh, you're decaying zombies, I see. Alright, well, go decay in that direction. Okay, Kha Meh could finish him off. The support unit could finish him off. Let's buff instead. Fighters, can you now do it? I guess the answer is no. Alright, let's do it. And then that frees up Kha Meh. And Kha Meh, go base these. No more archers. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, and you, Paladin, just blast the Bone Werevin. 37 on just an auto attack. People were talking about Shadow Empires last night. Is there an update coming out? There's a DLC announced, but there's no release date yet. I'm gonna guess we're gonna see it in like November is my guess. And I am waiting for an update. The last series that we did was, I had already said I was going to wait for an update, but then I got impatient. So we're already one up from where I thought we would be. Yeah, so I'm basically going to wait for that. It's going to be a pretty good DLC. I think it's going to be a lot better than Oceania, frankly. Oceania, I've said my opinions on it, but I don't think it's a great DLC at the moment. Yeah, definitely should have been handled differently or marketed differently to set the expectations different. I can't reach him again with my shock troop, which is really getting annoying. All right, but we can get the angel in there. All right, give him a love tap. I love that these angels are almost as large as a dragon. Like that dragon could be her mount. Size is so different. Yeah, it's called Republica Union, and it's going to be pretty good. It's going to overhaul a lot of the government stuff, and it's going to add more internal politics. So, in a way, a little bit more of the roleplay aspect, which I really like, but is very light in the game. So, for me, I'm looking forward to it quite a lot. I don't know if it's going to be everyone's cup of tea. Okay, another Asta. Honestly, we've got that. I don't think we need her over there. Come over here. Just do an auto attack. Yeah, they're adding a whole bunch of new government types, and they're adding like, I don't even know what he calls them, like corruptions of. So like if you have, I don't know, like diplomacy, and then you get it, or not diplomacy, democracy, and then there's like a, I don't remember what it's called, like crony democracy or something. So there's like you could slip into like the bad form of that government, and then they have those for everything. I also think we're gonna finally be able to do like a feudal government, which is probably what I'll try to do for our first playthrough of it. We'll make like techno knights and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. Wow. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with precog. Oh, you're a shock unit? Well, you auto miss your first attack. So, oh, you only have one attack? Oh man, that sucks. Let me solo her. Where did the dragon go? Oh, he ran down there. He's gonna go attack the repeater. All right, well, to the face. That's actually kind of annoying. All right, finish that off. All right, you know what? Buff the damage here. And then paladins, come over here and bonk him. A casual 35 smite. All right, Asta can reach. All right. Does not finish him off unless she crits. Oh, the crit though. The crit. What a finish. The slow-mo cam. Perfect. Okay. Let's see what we got left. I don't think I need to move everybody. I think we're gonna have victory over here. All right, you get closer. Finish that. Oh, the little tricksiness, eh? All right, well, run over there. Not so tricky now, are you? All right, let me solo her. Hang on. Let me see who else can get where else. Yeah, that Wrath of the God Emperor really screwed him. I don't think he had a chance anyways, but having that damage on some of his key units, plus having the condemnation, just absolute killer for him. All right, I'm gonna base both of you, and I'm gonna hit you. Avenger can't move anymore. Paladin can't move anymore. Mage could come up here. No, we didn't lose anything. I did one heal just because I wanted the buff off of it. We haven't even had to heal. We just outstripped these guys so much. I feel like this is a pretty good build, if I do say so myself. Died trying to run away. Tied to the burning. All right. I think that's the only unit. I don't even know what else is going on. No. I do want to finish off the unit. All right, let me solo her. You got this. There you go. That one's for you, Adias. Pretty darn good. We were just way ahead of them. We were so far ahead of them. We basically have all of our transformations and unit enchantments running. Plus, we had 2 really good heroes and 1 okay hero versus God, and then like a weak hero, 2 weak heroes, and an okay hero. And there it is. Kha Meh rises. Military victory on turn 94. I've come a long way since we played Ripjaw, and we almost got to score victory, which I was going to lose. Look how cool he is. There you go. Show the journey. We're not going to watch the timeline, but you definitely can. Yeah, we own a good chunk of this place, don't we? We'll say done. We're going to see all of our rewards here. Another thing I actually do like about this game, I like the Pantheon unlocks. It just gives you a little bit of meta goal to kind of work towards. And if you don't like that, there are ways you can absolutely cheese it. All right, Kha Meh is proven worthy to ascend. Accept. Select an ascension trait. All right, he could be an artificer. No. Diviner. Always hits friendly units get precog. That'd be a pretty good turn 1. At the start of combat, summon a vigil. Ooh. If you die, you come back to life. He could be a paladin. He could be a prophet. I think we're going to summon the angel. +2 range on abilities would be really good for a mage. Like, ridiculously good. Yeah, I think he's going to have a guardian angel. Ascend. Have I ever played Deadlock or Deadlock 2? I think I played the original. Tarse cooks make best strudel. That's it, just strudel. My friend owned it and he loaned it to me. I didn't play it a ton, but I did play it a little bit. That song was so good. Okay, so Pantheon points. We got 9 unlocks, which is crazy good. So if we look here, this is my Pantheon. Some of these are story characters. Flintlock is one I played. Ripjaw is one I played. This is the original Kha Meh, who I guess I'll delete. In fact, you're deleted now. Yes. We have Tomb Moth and Kha Meh. So there you go. These 4 are my 4 victories that I've kept in the Pantheon, at least. And if we look at our rewards, this is the Pantheon tree. Some things in here are like unlocks, like Ranger Culture trait. Unlocks talented collectors. Some of them are like crafting recipes that you unlock that you can use, and some of them are just like cosmetics. So I quite like this. It gives you something to work towards. I like to try to save up points before a new DLC so I can get the traits right away. Like I have this one. I unlock that like immediately. I'm sitting on 19 points at the moment, so we could definitely unlock some things. I don't know what I want, so I'm not going to bother doing it right now, but yeah, 19 points is like this chunk of the tree. So I'm probably about a third, yeah, not half, about a third done, I would say. We did cast the big precog spell though, Adias, which was actually pretty nice. We got a lot of value out of those dodges, those auto dodges that we got. So that was pretty nice. Was watching some others play. Age of Wonders has come a long ways. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Like I said, I thought 3 was okay, but the biggest problem 3 had was the best strategy was to get it down to 1 enemy unit and then waste time while you healed all your other units, so you ended the battle at full HP, and that's just stupid. That's a gamey way to play. This one, making the in-battle healing temporary HP, was genius. It's still just as powerful. In fact, in some ways it's more powerful depending on the circumstances, but there's no reason to game the combat. You might as well just win. So I quite enjoy that. Go back there. All right, so Kha Meh is done. I don't think we're going to do another series of Age of Wonders immediately. That being said,
Your journey
I will just say I do have somebody I would really like to play. So maybe in the semi-near future we will do another run. We have a gold obsessed dragon and some subterranean dwarves that support him that have bear pulled chariots. Would be pretty fun for sure. All right, gonna take my victory lap here, and that's about it on that one. Kind of a short one, just a little over 2 hours, but that's okay. My plan for tomorrow I'm playing with the idea that I'm going to do an AM stream and it's going to be RimWorld. We kind of had to pause RimWorld for a little bit while Wandering Sword needed to be pushed really hard. So I think that's going to be the 10 a.m. Stream. And then the Sunday and then the Sunday one is evening is going to be Astronauts. So we'll be back there. I really want to do a ship flip before we end that series. So I think we're going to just keep working on Astronauts until we at least flip a ship. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff I want to get started on. I don't know exactly what's going to be streamed and what's going to be a video. Because I'm starting up my work schedule, it's not going to be like the summer where for a while I had 4 series going on at once. We'll most likely have like 1 thing we're streaming, maybe 2. So if I do something like Lights Go Out, we'll probably just play that for a long stream on the weekend, and the other streams will be something else. But I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear a little bit. You planning on playing Surviving Mars relaunch? I don't have a plan to do it. I don't think I played the original, but I know what it is. So maybe. We have a lot of releases coming up and some really chunky ones too. So we'll just see where we're at in various things when various things happen. It also depends on the price. There's been a couple games I was 100% planning on doing on the channel, and then I looked at the $70 price tag and was like, nah, I'm good. I'll wait until you're $50 when you're a reasonable price. Just got your first reactor up and running. Nice. Have to talk yourself into a torch burn. I will probably have to watch a tutorial before I do one of those. Do you have it generating power union? Just out of curiosity. Oh no, too many games. Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Yeah, I have several games like in the chamber, as to speak, about starting up some plays. I kind of want to do a little more Mechabellum streams. I like those. They're really low commitment and they're kind of fun to play with people. So that might be another one in the near future. I also have, I'll tab here so I can look at what I have downloaded on Steam. Zero Sievert was one I was kind of thinking of doing. It had a little bit of crashing when I was gonna do it, so I don't want to play something I'm having technical problems on. It just really ruins the experience for me, even if other people don't mind. I have been dipping my toes into Timberborn a little bit. I'm not quite sure if I want to do that one yet. I've been thinking about another Workers and Resources run. Those are all like high on the list. Dustland Delivery is another one that's pretty high on the list. So we have a whole bunch of stuff coming. Whole bunch of stuff. I'd like to try to get a city builder in. It's been a little while since we did one. Against the Storm was probably the last city building we did. And before that, it was last summer when we did Workers and Resources. Fun playthrough if you haven't watched it. I don't know how well the sound holds up to the quality of today, but I don't think it was miserable. So those are kind of quiet streams because I used to only get like 3 viewers. So it's kind of hard to talk to yourself for 8 hours. Oh, we also have, where? Not Heart of the Machine. No, Heart of the Machine. Yeah. I wanted to do that on release, and it performed really badly when I polled the audience to see what we should play, but it's had a lot of updates, and I'm kind of jonesing. I would like to do a playthrough there, so another one that's kind of high on the list. So just in time for the ending, gonna say congrats. Well, thank you, bruh. Congrats for 6K. I was very worried we weren't gonna get there by Monday. I go back to work on Monday. I keep saying it over and over again, but just so I can feel like, hey, I did something this summer. I had an accomplishment, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, I'm gonna go take a break and get some more tea. I didn't take my tea break yet, so I'm gonna go do that. I may start working on a video here. We'll see how I'm feeling. As I mentioned, I will post the streams for tomorrow. There's a tiny chance I change my mind about RimWorld, and if I do, we'll stream RimWorld during the week. But I'm committed to the Astronauts tomorrow at 4, so that's gonna happen. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for supporting Kha Meh. Oh, he's not even here. Sad. Just Tomb Moth looking lonely. Quite enjoyed Age of Wonders. If you want to see more Age of Wonders, leave a comment on the VOD. I'm definitely willing to. Like I said, I've got another faction already rolled up and practiced in a little bit. I've never actually succeeded in an underground game, so it'd be kind of interesting to do one. So we'll see. I really like that I can finish one of these in 3 sessions too. Especially after the absolute death march that was Wandering Sword. I don't want to start any major commitment playthroughs yet. I want to give myself a little bit of a break where I can do some shorter stuff. So yeah, like I said, more to come, more to come. All right, don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. And if you want to go above and beyond, consider a super thanks, a super chat, or a membership, or check out the Patreon. You did achieve the 5K? Yep. My goal this year, bro, was 5K by November. So we're actually way ahead of my goal. And we weren't going to make it until House of Legacy. House of Legacy really carried that goal forward a lot. So very grateful to that viewership. That was the most successful series on this channel by an order of magnitude. House of Legacy did very, very well. So, you know, things like that do influence the future of the channel. So make sure you're watching and supporting what you want to see, because, you know, if I was just doing it for the money, I should do nothing but House of Legacy. Just to throw that out there. Okay, that's it for me, guys. I'm rambling. I'll catch you guys later. Kha Meh and Babble out. See you tomorrow.